Listen, baby, I need you to hear this with your whole heart. You can't be great if you oversleep. You want success? You want that dream life. You want to be the one folks look at and say, wow, they made it. Well, sure, the alarm clock can't be your enemy. There are people out here waking up before the sun even thinks about rising, studying, working, building businesses, raising families, pushing through tired eyes, because they know dreams don't come to those who stay in bed with their dreams. Discipline beats desire. Greatness requires waking up for your goals before the world wakes up. A lot of people have big dreams, big plans, and big desires. They talk about what they want to achieve, the kind of life they want to live, the success they want to taste. But desire by itself is like a car without fuel. It may look shiny and impressive, but it's not going anywhere until discipline turns the key. Desire is just energy in your heart. Discipline is the action that transforms that energy into progress. When your desire says, I want to be successful, discipline responds, okay, let's get up early and start working. When desire gets tired and wants to rest, discipline steps in and says, not yet. Still got work to do. That's why the most successful people aren't the ones with the biggest dreams, but the ones with the strongest habits. Greatness doesn't show up just because you want it. It shows up when you commit to the small, sometimes uncomfortable steps that lead to it. If your dream is to be a better student, the discipline of waking up early to study is what matters. If your dream is to start a business, the discipline of working before everyone else wakes up gives you the advantage. If you want a healthier life, you need the discipline to get out of bed and exercise, even when that bed feels too soft and warm. Every morning becomes an opportunity, and discipline is the key that unlocks that opportunity. Oversleeping closes doors. Waking up open them. It's not about never resting. It's about not letting comfort steal the hours you need to grow. There is something powerful about waking up early while the world is still quiet. It gives you control over your day instead of reacting to it. When you wake up late, everything feels rushed. You're chasing time, trying to catch up, stressed before you even start. But when you rise early, you claim time as yours. You breathe before the race begins. Discipline allows you to begin your day with purpose and clarity. You organize your priorities, you prepare your mind, and you move through the day like a leader, not someone being dragged by the clock. Morning is the friend of those who take responsibility for their future. But it is the enemy of those who depend only on desire. Look at the people the world calls great. Athletes, inventors, leaders, scholars. They didn't become great because they stayed in bed dreaming about greatness. They woke up sometimes before the sun, sometimes before they even felt ready, and they worked. Their discipline turned ordinary days into extraordinary results. The athlete who trains when others are sleeping gains a level of mastery others envy. The student who studies while friends scroll through their phones creates opportunities others wish for. The entrepreneur who uses early mornings to plan, learn, and build is preparing success before competition even wakes up. Discipline is the bridge that takes you from I wish to I did. And that bridge is built one morning at a time. One choice at a time. Desire will let you sleep. Discipline will make you rise. Desire will wait for the right moment. Discipline creates the moment. Desire depends on motivation. Discipline depends on commitment. Motivation fades. Commitment grows stronger the more you show up. Every day you wake up early and take action. You are proving to yourself that your dreams matter. You are training your mind to understand that success isn't optional. It's the standard. That training builds confidence. It builds focus. It builds resilience. The more you rely on discipline, the less you rely on excuses. Hard work becomes a habit, not a struggle. And habits shape the future more than passion ever will. Time is the most valuable resource you have. And you don't get more of it just because you want more. Oversleeping doesn't just waste hours. It wastes the opportunities in those hours. Every extra hour under the blanket is an hour of learning missed, an hour of progress delayed, an hour of potential ignored. When you sleep too long, your dreams remain dreams. When you rise early and work, your dreams become plans, your plans become actions, and your actions become achievements. You start seeing results that motivate you even more. That's how discipline fuels desire instead of letting desire fade. Away discipline teaches you responsibility over your own destiny. It reminds you that success is not found. It is built. It is crafted through consistency, effort, and sacrifice. You can't choose greatness once and expect it to stay. You must choose it every morning, even when you're sleepy, even when you don't feel like it, even when the bed tries to pull you back into comfort. Discipline says, not today. We're getting better today. It doesn't negotiate with laziness. It doesn't compromise with procrastination. It doesn't settle for average. It demands the best version of you, especially when you don't want to give it way. You practice discipline in the morning, you set the tone for the rest of the day. A strong morning creates a strong mindset. A strong mindset creates strong results. Suddenly you notice you're more productive, more focused, more proud of yourself. You feel in control, capable and driven. That feeling is what separates wishful thinkers from achievers. And it all begins with that first battle of the day. Getting out of bed when comfort tells you not to. The alarm rings and desire says 5 more minutes. Discipline says, let's go. Greatness is waiting. Oversleeping steals time from your dreams. Every extra hour in bed is an hour taken from your purpose. When you oversleep, it may feel like comfort, but in reality, it is time slipping quietly out of your hands. Hours you could have used to build your future are traded for a temporary feeling of comfort that does nothing to move your life forward. Dreams are like seeds, and each day gives you a chance to water them. When you stay in bed too long, the soil dries up. When you delay action, opportunities dry up. Time is always moving, whether you are awake or asleep, and while you are resting longer than you need, the world continues to move without you. Someone else is up earlier, learning faster, working harder, gaining skills, and become more prepared for the life you say you want. Oversleeping is often misunderstood as rest. Rest is important and necessary, but oversleeping is avoidance. It is postponing responsibility. It is hiding from the things that challenge you. The bed becomes a place where dreams get stuck, where goals lose momentum, because the start of the day keeps getting pushed further away. When you wake up late, you don't just lose time. You also lose energy and drive. The body becomes sluggish, the mind becomes foggy, and instead of feeling refreshed, you feel guilty and pressured because the day already feels halfway gone. That pressure leads to stress, and stress steals motivation. Instead of feeling in control, you feel behind, and the entire day becomes a race. You struggle to catch up to. Every morning is the beginning of a new chance. It is the opening chapter of a book that you can write however you want. Oversleeping tears out the first pages and leaves you with less space to build your story. The dreams you have demand action. They demand time. They demand consistent effort. You want results others admire. You must be willing to use time others waste. Oversleeping takes the silent hours that could give you a head start and turns them into hours you can never retrieve. Time is the one resource you cannot store, rewind, or purchase. Once gone, it is gone forever. People often say they don't have enough time, but the truth is, time is there. It just gets traded for sleep that no longer serves a purpose. Oversleeping can also damage confidence. When you repeatedly tell yourself you will wake up early but fail to do so, you start believing you are someone who can't follow through. That creates doubt and weakens discipline. You begin to expect less from yourself. You become comfortable with mediocrity, even while dreaming about success. Oversleeping teaches your mind that your goals are negotiable, that they can be delayed, ignored, or postponed. But true success requires urgency. It requires a mindset that says, my dreams are important, and they deserve my time today, not someday. Every time you choose discipline instead of oversleeping, you strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed. You become someone who can trust their own promises. Purpose is not something that appears magically. It is discovered through action, learning, failure, and growth. Oversleeping blocks that discovery. It keeps you in the comfort zone where nothing changes. The comfort zone feels safe, but it is actually the most dangerous place to stay because nothing new grows there. If you never leave that comfort, your dreams never begin. Oversleeping is comfort pretending to be self-care. True self-care includes doing what benefits your future self, even when it feels uncomfortable in the moment. Waking up early may feel hard, but it makes you stronger mentally and emotionally. It teaches you responsibility and determination. It helps you shape a life filled with progress instead of regret. There are hours. Morning where clarity is stronger, distractions are fewer, and creativity is highest. Oversleeping steals those powerful hours. Work that might take 2 hours early in the day could take double that time later when stress and interruptions pile up. Waking up late doesn't only shift time, it also shifts the quality of your energy. The beginning of the day is like opening a fresh notebook. The pages are clean and inviting. If you skip that part, the day feels messy from the start. You feel rushed, worried, and overwhelmed. You make quick decisions instead of thoughtful ones. Oversleeping steals the chance to ease into your day with focus and control. Oversleeping also affects your productivity. When you lose your morning hours, you end up pushing tasks into the evening, and that cuts into the next day's rest. Soon it becomes a cycle of late nights and late mornings where every day feels shorter and more exhausting. Instead of being in charge of your schedule, you become controlled by it. Purpose requires structure. Dreams require planning. Oversleeping destroys structure and replaces it with chaos. A life without structure leads to missed deadlines, unfinished goals, and wasted potential. Every hour matters. The earlier you begin, the more you can accomplish, and the more accomplished you feel. which build momentum and confidence to keep going. When you protect your mornings, you protect your dreams. When you sacrifice your mornings, you sacrifice your potential. Oversleeping does not just take time. It takes progress. It takes confidence. It takes opportunity. It takes growth. The world rewards the ones who show up, especially when it's not easy. Your dreams deserve those early hours. They deserve energy. They deserve action. They deserve a version of you that is awake, alert, and ready to build something better than yesterday.